Hey everyone, I am Amanda from Mandy Lynn Plans. Welcome back to my channel for something completely different than I've ever done on this channel before. If you are new here, I plan in a Hobonichi cousin. I came from bullet journaling in a blank notebook, Aloy's Turn 1917. It is very common in the bullet journaling community. And I actually switched to the Hobonichi cousin, and I have brought over some of my bullet journaling things that I enjoyed about it, but I have not done a full, complete monthly section like I'm going to do today. So I thought it might be fun to kind of go back to my bullet journaling roots this month for the month of May and use some of the goodies that were in my Boho berry box. If you have not seen this unboxing, I will link a video to it. And I also have my own discount code. If you have not purchased a Boho berry box before but are interested, you can get $5 off your first box. So a lot of what you see here is from the box, with a couple of things that I am going to use that are not included in the box. So what we're gonna do is just go through. I'm gonna lay down some trackers that I haven't really used too much in the past. And I'm just gonna kind of go back to my bullet journaling roots. Now, if you are not familiar, I do use my daily pages in my Hobonichi cousin like a bullet journal. And so basically what I do is ignore these dates at the top. I just use it as a blank notebook, basically. So I don't do one page per day. I just use it how I feel. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add a May tab. I think, let's see, I'll do it over here. Now it looks like just about the 3-ish line. And then I'm also going to write May on the back side. And these are just little mini tabs from Avery that I really enjoyed using. I only added them, I think in March was when I started adding these, and I really like how easy it makes it to flip to all the pages. So we're gonna start out with kind of a Hello May spread, and I want to use this stencil that came in the Boho berry box to do that, and then I'm going to hand letter Hello May around it. So it's going to be really super simple. I am not a very good drawer, but stencils like this definitely make it easier for me to be a little creative. I understand that it's not as creative as a lot of bullet journalers out there that you will see on YouTube drawing these elaborate, beautiful spreads. And goodness, I am having some trouble. I can binge and watch all kinds of beautiful, I think it will help if I use my pencil board, but I have to be careful because, okay, I don't want to move the stencil too much. And I do have my whiteout with me, so I can white out those spaces. I just need to go a little bit slower. This is not going to be anything as elaborate as what you will see. There are some very beautiful, very gifted people in the bullet journaling community. Goodness. And I really enjoy watching their videos. But a stencil like this is definitely helpful if you cannot draw very well like me, or don't have the time to think of an elaborate spread. So I think this will be fun, and just kind of a fun, bright, once I add the yellow in here, it'll just brighten up this page and give me something to look forward to as we get into the summer months. May is a very fun month. I am a teacher. I teach music part-time, one of the many things that I do, and our school ends the middle of May, so that is always a very fun time of year for sure. May is one of those favorite months once you get through it. the last month of the year. As any teacher can tell you, it's definitely not the favorite to be teaching, just because the kiddos are kind of a little bit of a mess, and you know, there's all the final tests and everything to grade, and my whiteout is struggling here. This is just going to be a fun page to look back on and remember how much I was struggling with both the stencil and the whiteout. But that's okay. If you are looking to start bullet journaling and you think that you will have this gorgeous, beautiful bullet journal with absolutely no mistakes, that is far from the truth. Everybody, even the people that I watch on YouTube, they all have mistakes, and they will tell you too. So you just need to learn to embrace the mistakes and just keep creating anyway, because if you never did anything because you might make a mistake here or there, then it would be very sad. I think I'm going to go ahead and do, this was with my Artline Sticks yellow brush marker, and then I'm going to use my Tombow Fudenosuke here to write May. I am not the best brush letterer out there, but I do enjoy it. I've been doing it almost a year and a half, which is kind of crazy that I can even say that. Not quite a year and a half, I guess. Coming up on it. Okay, so then I think there was a little bee on here. Yes, I want to draw this little bumblebee. This was one of the pins that came in the Boho Berry box, the Staedtler fine liner here. I'm going to just put a bee working over here. I need to be really careful with all these little legs and antenna and stuff. So I really like the theme of this Boho Berry box. Several of the places that she has the quote, "Work hard, stay bumble," and I think it's very important to stay humble in what you do, and so it's fun what she did with the stay bumble for the bumblebee, because they of course are hard workers. So it is not quite May yet as I'm filming this, and so I'm sure that I will use this for prayer or quiet time. On the other side of this is just my weekly to-do list for the last full week in April. Since May starts on Wednesday, I'm putting my May things, the end of April in with the May pages, so I hope that makes sense. It might be fun to come back and do something in these little blocks, one per day maybe. I don't know how many there are, maybe not quite the right number for days, but it might be fun to do something in here. I don't know if I will or not. But then the next couple of pages that I want to do are some tracker pages, and this will be very, very simple with getting the Boho Berry box. You always get this month tracker, and then a couple of times she has included this mood tracker. Now, if you have been following me at all on Instagram or my YouTube here, then you know that I am not the most consistent with these types of trackers, and I would really like to try and make it a point this month to get it done. I think I'm actually first, now that I have this awkwardly, I don't think it's gonna work. I was gonna try and white it out, but I don't think I will be able to do it successfully with one hand. So I'm just gonna try and center it, and it's not centered, but this sticker paper is not removable, so I'm not going to try and move it at all. I think there is enough room down here. I'm going to white out this little bit of Japanese that's peeking out the bottom of my Hobonichi here. An obvious advantage of using a blank notebook is that you wouldn't have to worry about doing this, but I love the structure of the monthlies and the weeklies that are already laid out in this planner, and so it's worth it to me. I can use this down here as a key code. I don't know exactly the moods or the colors that I want to use yet, so I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is write out a handful of things that I know that I want to track for the month. I used to do this consistently. Every month I would have a tracker, and every month I would pretty much start out really strong. And almost every month, towards the end of the month, it would be blank or just very sparsely written in. And that is because I'm not the most consistent, and I really want to try and do better. So I think that kind of coming back to something that used to work for me, sort of, I'm hoping that I will be more consistent this time, now that I'm coming back to it. So I'm just writing some of the things. So these are kind of personal things. These are going to be some Etsy things. And then I'm going to have some house things. Just kind of leave a gap here. And I will definitely come back and fill in as I need to, because I know that there are things that I will want to track that I am not thinking of right now. So I think that's at least a good start. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. This does have the fun colored little honeycomb to match the washi, and I will be using the washi in my expense tracker sheets. Let's see if I can. These are not the easiest to pull up. So let me see if I can, there we go, get one of these corners. So I think it will be fun to have kind of this theme again. As I said, I kind of did away with that ever since moving in my Hobonichi. I've mainly just been using these daily pages as daily to-do lists with occasional collections. So I'll have my editorial calendar and I'll have my expense tracker, and then just kind of random, you know, meeting notes or things of that nature. But I get this Boho Berry box, and all of these beautiful stickers are included, and I haven't been using them. I was like, you know what, I should just use them. I have them, they're only good, you know, I mean, this one especially, this May 2019, it's only good for that month. So I really ought to just use it, make it work for me. So we are testing it out just to see. All right, so those are those two. Definitely made it very simple to have these stickers, and just placed them down. The next thing we're going to do is my expense tracker, and I am going to use this washi that she included, that she designed. The nice thing about using these stickers too is that you have a nice, clear, white, smooth kind of background page. If you're familiar with the Hobonichi, the way that they can do monthly, weekly, and dailies all in one book is because the beautiful paper. So the Tomoe River paper that's in this Hobonichi is extremely ink friendly. It is very fountain pen friendly. It is watercolor friendly. You can do just about anything in this and it will not bleed. It is very, very thin. So it does ghost quite a bit, and that is whenever you can see the ink from the other side. It's not coming through the paper, but you can almost read what's on the back side. And so once you get over that, if that's kind of a hang up for you, it is pretty easy to enjoy. I'm just gonna double up on this, I think. I don't really have any other washi that's bee themed. I don't have very many yellows. Some are really bright yellows, but nothing that matches or even goes with it. So I'm just doubling up, making it nice and thick on the bottom here. So I like the way that that looks. And then I'm actually going to use one of my May scripts This is just off my May calendar page. And I'm gonna put that right kind of in the middle there. And I actually do want to go ahead and use one of these calendars in the bottom as well. Oops, my page kind of buckled a little bit there. Just so that I can see where we're at in the months. Okay, so as I said, so this is for the expense tracker, and I like to track 6 different categories, and I am going to use this yellow fine liner here. And so there are 36 boxes across grid spaces. So since I track 6 categories, that means 6 boxes per category, which makes me very happy because it's all nice and even. So this is a fun bright yellow. I actually, even though I had been bullet journaling for so long, never tried these Staedtler markers or pens, fine liners before. And so I was really excited to get to try them out whenever I opened up my Boho Berry box. I have the Stabilos, and I really like those. And it was kind of when I was researching, it was really gonna be one or the other. I didn't think that I needed both, and so I chose the Stabilos, and I've been very happy with them, but it is kind of fun now to have some of these as well. So I'm just gonna start out with this first side, and then I have some other ideas for the bottom of this, and I don't know how long my columns will need to be, so I'm not gonna draw those in quite yet. I want to use one of these little trackers that she included, these just like the weekly trackers. I want to do try and do a no spend. So I'm actually going to use one of these for the whole month. And I am just going to put week 1, week 2. Now this is a little bit hard to read. And then, so this, I'm gonna just kind of do it off of my calendar down here. And so I'm actually going to black out, so this is not in May, and this is not in May. So May 1st is a Wednesday, and then Saturday and Sunday are also not in May. So there we go. And I'm just gonna put this right down here next to this calendar. Or, let's see, because I like that washi, but I think, yeah, I'm gonna do it right there. So then I'm thinking for this bottom half of the page, I don't normally need both full pages for expenses. I'm thinking that down here, I will write big expenses that are used, or that we purchase, that are not in the 6 categories that I track. So those 6 categories are, well, let me write like draw a line here. Let's do it about here. That should be enough space. So we do fuel, and I might need to do this. Is that legible? I think I can read it okay. So I'm gonna do 250 for fuel. I upped it just a little bit from what we normally spend. We've been going over or getting really close to going over, and so I don't want that anymore. I think that we can bump it to 250 without too much trouble. And then we have groceries. I like to budget about $400 a month for that. Then we have eating out. And this is one that we go over often in. With this May, I don't have a ton of room. I'm gonna squeeze in $50 here for household, and that is things like paper towels and toilet paper for us. And then $50 for personal, and that's things like shampoo, deodorant. And then $50 for miscellaneous. So that is all I'm going to set up right now in my expense tracker. Although it might be fun, I have these little fun quotes from my Boho Berry box. It might be fun to kind of throw some of these in too. So let's see. Maybe let's do this Be Sweet and Bumble. That one's fun. Should I put it down here? I really like this washi. I don't really want to cover up too much more of the thick washi down there. Maybe up here I might do Be Sweet and Bumble. That's fun. And then maybe just one of these little bees that she has. These are super cute. She drew them. I'm trying to think. We don't always have a ton of expenses. I don't want to take up too much of that room though. I think I might just put it, I don't know. One of the reasons I don't normally plan and stuff with decorative stickers is because I just don't know where the best place to put them is. I might just cover up a little bit of the washi down there, and then I feel like it needs something on this other side too. The rest of them are very big. I think these are all big too. That's all right, we'll go big. We will go big. Okay, did I rip that? No, okay. I will stick it a little further down like that. Okay, so that is my expense tracker page. And so that is going to do it for my May bullet journal setup. Very, very simple. I'm cutting out a lot of the pages that I did when bullet journaling. I'm not going back and doing all of the pages that I used to do in a monthly spread, but I do have my fun title page, a mood tracker, a habit tracker for the whole month, and then my expense tracker. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.